live had me walking longer than I would have probably stayed out here. So I was like, let me try it again. So it's 23 degrees today, so it's a heat wave. No. It feels better. Definitely feels better than yesterday. Sun is shining. The snow is a little dirtier, but whatever. So, one thing I've been thinking about is, how people say, move in silence, like, especially there's this new thing, I don't know if it's new or not, but like, don't tell anybody if you're trying to lose weight. And I understand not doing it, like, for the reasons of if you just want to keep it to yourself, things like that. But I always wonder, like, okay, are they saying don't tell anybody if you're trying to lose weight because something that they say could change your mind? If that's the case, then I wonder, how many of us, as you're working on your body, are you working on your mindset and your ability to not let other people deter you? Like, I can tell, sorry, I gotta take my glove off real quick. I can tell a person, yeah, I'm on a fat loss journey. And, them, whatever they may think of it, like, there's no way that they can try to sabotage me. They could try to say something to deter me. But I'm so serious about it and my mind is made up that all it would do is just show me who they are. It doesn't change anything about what I'm doing. So I just wonder about that phrase of move in silence. I get it. But mentally and spiritually, do you really give people that much power over you and your next step? Like, do they have that much power over your next step? Like, yes, people moving in silence for the fact of, I work better that way. I understand that. But moving in silence because somebody might say something that's going to deter you, I feel like if that is the case, if you're moving in silence or don't want to tell people that you're on a weight loss journey or fat loss journey or whatever kind of journey because there'll be naysayers. For me, if and when that was the case in my life, I took that as a point to, I need to work on my mental. My mental needs to be better. If I am to keep these habits up, my mental is going to have to be better. Because what somebody says about me, like, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, that shouldn't change what I'm going to do or what I'm going to eat or, the workout I'm going to do. Like, that's giving people too much power. Hello, Tazo Marquise. I think I'm saying it right. I could be saying it wrong. Because you know me. Well, you might not know me, but I could be saying it wrong. But yeah, I just always wonder about that phrase. It's a nice little phrase to say. There's a lot of nice little phrases to say. But what are they going to do about it? If somebody wants to say to me, oh, why are you doing that? Why are you on a fat loss journey? Why are you on a YouTube journey? None of that is going to change what I decide to do. The ball is already rolling. I've already decided. And I think that is the biggest change and the biggest gift that you can give to yourself on any journey is deciding that what you think matters most, what you've decided is most important, your opinion is most important. Because people are saying what they want. I made a short on my blog channel with the gloves that I wear. I found them today. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I wanted to ask you. Oh, I didn't see a tag, or maybe did you just do it? I wanted to ask you, am I saying your name wrong? Ari Whipple, is that how you say your name? Or is it, tell me, 'cause I want to say it right. No, because see, now what if I would have came out here with no gloves today? Because you told me you came out without gloves. But I went ahead and wore some, but you know, these really ain't doing nothing. Okay, perfect. All right, Whipple. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here again. So did you go out today? Did you walk today? I felt like I don't want to, part of me, I always be like, oh, I don't want to do it every day. Like, but if I have the energy to come on, why not just come on? You know, I am still working to get those watch hours, so this is a way that I can be proactive in getting them by just coming on live during my walks. Nothing to edit. I went out and got groceries. Oh goodness. Oh no, because we have a blizzard. So I said, so Ari Whipple said she went out, or they went out and got groceries, but it's -1. She went out. So I couldn't walk because we have a blizzard today. Yeah, -1. I never tried that. I never tried that. I have tried that. Oh, wouldn't recommend it, huh? That's awesome though. Grocery, hey, that was enough of outside. So what do you, so since you went and got groceries, do you know what you're having for dinner today? I gotta start, one of the things about me being on live while I'm walking, I gotta make sure I look up because I would hate for y'all to see this camera fly because I done, you know, not looking where I'm going. I gotta be safe. I'm really noticing the power of like habit with these walks because I just don't even think about what the weather is. Now, if it was negative degrees, I wouldn't be going. No, -1, I'm not going. But I just, I'm more than likely going to go outside and walk. And it's really just based on that's what I do. Like it's just a habit stack. At this time of day, that's what I do. Let me see. So Ari Whipple says, I had a big lunch with my mom, so I was pretty set on food for today. But I'm good for the week. What about me? So for lunch I had I made this like pizza. It was basically just out of bread and some leftover protein. It was meat, leftover beef that we had with pizza sauce and cheese. And I didn't have enough protein with that, so I just added Greek yogurt. Well, I had Greek yogurt and a rice cake with it. For tonight, I want to make, so I saw these videos. Hold on one second. I can't even look at it. I saw these videos. You know, I've been watching like people making food, and it's really been helping me to think outside the box of what is possible in a calorie deficit when it comes to food. And I really have been enjoying it. So anyway, tonight I'm going to make these sweet potato nachos, which is like, my default is like, I would just still want to eat them with chips. Like just eat the nachos with chips. But I'm going to do cut the sweet potatoes, bake them, make the ground beef, and like layer it with avocado, maybe make some kind of sauce with Greek yogurt and the tomatoes and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, go from there. But so it's gonna be, what is it called? I think they're called like sweet potato nachos. Let me try to take off my gloves so I can read this. It's Tuesday. Let's let her know. Yeah. And if my mother-in-law is on here, because she's talking about, ma'am, because we supposed to meet, but no, baby, Yeah, because yesterday I thought it was the wrong day too. But it's Tuesday, is it not? Is it Tuesday? Hi, Callie. I was just looking at your videos. I'm going to go back there and check it out some more. But I was on there, saw you working out in the snow. So, yeah. There's, when you, again, like I was talking about before, just when you're developing the mental toughness, I think is the key. Exactly. It's Tuesday. Yeah, yeah. I figured, but I thought it was before too. So I already know what she's talking about because I'm in Ohio. So when I was in, yes, it's all mental. When I was in Evelyn's, what is it called? Live. She was talking about how I used to be a personal trainer. I used to do group fitness classes. That was like, yeah, it was over a decade ago, probably at this point. And at that time, I used to, at that time, of course, well, not of course, but I have basically since then I had gained 100 pounds. And so now I've lost about 50 to 60 of that 100 that I gained. But the difference between that person and this person is all mental. Like that journey, when I was doing that weight loss journey, it really was about the scale and what I can do for today to make it go down tomorrow, not what I can do for a lifetime. Like literally, it's it's 20 something degrees today. It was in the teens yesterday. I'm still gonna get my walk if I can. I'm not gonna do it if it's unsafe, but it feels safe to me, so I'm out here. you know. And so it's just that mental grind that, and I think I was talking about that yesterday when I was on here. Of if you hang around people that what you do seems odd, then you'll think it's odd or that you're some outlier. But no, if I go to Callie's page and I see him doing burpees in the snow, then I get the idea, oh, I barely, just touched the surface. There's more to uncover. But if you hanging around people who think that, I don't know, I don't want to belittle any form of movement, but that, that's extreme, or that me walking just because it's a little snow here and there, um, that's extreme, then I'll be limited to that. Mentally, I might be limited to that if I actually listen to people or care what people thought. It may limit some people, so it's really about who you around and who you're exposed to. You see my friends that be with me? Yes. No one. And that's the thing too. If you waiting on other people, you kind of gotta have it made up in your mind what you're doing. Yep. Us versus us. Yes, Ari Whipple, you are the company you keep. And sometimes, so in this stage of what I'm doing right now, sometimes that's why it's best just to be my own company, because as I try to develop myself and develop and maintain my mental toughness, outside, when you can't really gauge what that person is going to be on or how they're, mentally where they're at. As I'm developing this company that I'm keeping myself, and making sure that I'm right, so that I can be better at deciphering who's gonna be right for me and who's not. Because like I said before about the moving in silence, and sometimes people thinking about when you say you're moving in silence, I always want to know, like, why? Is it because somebody could say something that would change your mind? Because can't nobody say nothing that's gonna change my mind. Unless you got something to tell me, that's like it's a danger somewhere, you not agreeing with what I'm doing is not going to change my mind. So I don't really need to move in silence because you can't do nothing about it. This is inevitable. the road that I'm on is inevitable. I've already lost 60. I'm going to lose the rest. I'm going to build muscle. I'm going to do it. It's over. So, okay. So Kelly said, the saying is, show me your friends and I can show you your future. Exactly. Yes. So I'm just, yes, making sure that I surround myself with people that, and it ain't got to be one, I don't want to be the most, you know, I don't even want to call it extreme, but I don't want to be the one that's doing the most because then that gives me nowhere to aspire to. But also, it's nothing wrong with other people being at wherever they are. Hi, Wait of Me. How are you? Yes, I'm just excited about it. It's just, I can feel it's different this time. And really all it takes is, and I say all it takes because I'm mentally where I need to be. So once you're mentally where you need to be, which is very hard, then all it takes is making the right choice day after day, the same choice day after day. If it's the right choice, make it again. And I just do that over and over. Wait of Me, how are you? Thank you, Callie. I appreciate that. So I know you're in New York. What's the weather like there today? Callie said, I woke up, looked at the old me in the mirror. I was tired of seeing that person. I feel that. I think that's what happened as far as I was looking at. It's always a picture that does it for me. So I saw this picture in June of myself. It was a picture from behind, okay? Because honestly, from the front, I really never minded. I don't mind how I look. But I'm like, I be working out. I live so heavy. And how can it not be, how can I not, where is my work? Where is my results from all the work I do? Because as I'm saying in the video I'm editing right now, it's more to do with what you do with the chompers, with your, what you're eating, not necessarily the other. Oh, it's 2 degrees there. Okay, it's 23 here. See, we're having a heat wave. Okay, we're having a heat wave. So on Earth Cam, I never saw Earth Cam. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look it up. I'm trying to be nosy and see what this message says, but it says it was held for review. It probably was held for a reason, so I probably should just go ahead and leave it and mind my business. Yes, yeah. So Callie, tell me a little bit. I'm gonna find out myself, like, cause I'm gonna go over there and find out. But if there's something about you or your channel that you want to share, I'm happy to, talk about it here. But I'm gonna go over and find out about you by myself. But yeah. Ari, did I tell you about? Yeah, I told you about the sweet potatoes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for today. I've kind of got this little habit that I got to figure out with these dang on ready-made protein shakes. I need to let them go again. And need to is a strong word, but I don't know. I'm trying to eat more whole food, so basically that's it. So Callie motivates people to get up, good, and family content. Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. Hello, Matthew. Ari Whipple says, I love Earth Cam because they put live cameras all over the world and you can see all sorts of things during storms. Yeah. And holidays and stuff. That's interesting. Callie says he works out in any weather. 100 to 0. Yeah, where Ari is, it's -1 right now. So she is -1. It's weird. It ain't weird. I'm gonna stop that because it's not weird. But I like I prefer cold than hot heat. I don't even like, I don't even mess with the heat. I mean, I come out here, I put a hat on and I deal with it, but I don't want to be out here. Hey, Fab, girl, I think I told you, I don't know if I told you this, but I be so scared in your chat, on your lives. I was so glad that you posted a vlog because I was going to write it in there because y'all like, one, they're doing so well. You're doing so well. I think I saw, did I see, I can't remember if it was 4,000 or 6,000, something like that, that you just got to. Congratulations on that. Let's start there. Then, girl, the topics, I be wanting to chime in, but it's a rowdy crew. So I be like, let me not say nothing because I don't want to be going back and forth. But I love the topics and I be listening and you be cooking and that food be looking good. So I be there, but I be silent. Okay. But yes, Fab. Listen, she is awesome. She does well. It right now. She's really heavy on the lives, doing her lives, and having like Sunday nights, Friday nights. She's cooking and asking different questions. It's a good time. It's a good time. I'm just a little scared because I'm just not used to I'm used to it. I'm used to those kind of people. But, I'm going to just start. I don't know what I'm going to do. If I say hi in your, just know this. When I say hi in your live, Fab, just know that I've been there and I'm on my way out. I'm going to say, I'm going to start saying something on my way out. That's how I'm going to just ease my way into starting to say something. But yes, I'm a silent watcher. Of course, I'm still there, girl. Of course, I'm not giving my girl up. I'm just out here walking in this 23 degrees. Hopefully, I don't run into no good. No, because let me try to think of the topic that I wanted to chime in on. Okay. Yes, it's a good time. If you catch it on that Friday night, those Sundays, yes, it's a good time. But what was the topic? There were a couple topics. I don't remember. It's usually about dating or something to like get a conversation going about like relationships, like I ain't gonna say it's men versus women type of thing, but it's just like comments that kind of will get a relationship, get a conversation going because there typically it's not a yes or no question in my opinion. It's usually something that is like both things can be true depending on your mindset or how you think about it. I'm a step in, but just know because the thing about me is though I try to be very peaceful. I don't be knowing how to act if somebody say something to me, and I don't want to be acting up in your life. So that's why I just be like, let me just chill, But I'm gonna come and say, just play a little bit. But yeah, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, those lives are. I think you found your thing. Okay, Friday night is game night. Okay, we almost there. No, we ain't. Oh, why can't I remember the day? It's Tuesday. We not nowhere. We got lots of time to go. We got so much week ahead of us. which is a plus. I'm not gonna complain. I, even though, if we spend our whole lives rushing to the weekend, that's a lot of our life that we not like living. We like trying to get to this weekend or whatever. So I try to make my some part of my weekday feel restful, feel weekend-ish. So yeah. You need more. Oh, girl, because you find this wine. So that's what's bringing them in, honey. It's bringing them in. That's the thing. But I'll come. I'll be there. I just don't be saying nothing. But yes, I will come and support. So they not getting the recipe. You thought they was there for the recipe? You. The food looks good, baby. But they're not there for the recipe. That's the thing. Yeah, I'll come by. I'll talk when I'm there. I'll talk. Oh my gosh, I need to catch up on the vlog that you just posted because I was like, when is it gonna be a vlog? Because I wanna also, that's my opportunity to chat back. Kelly, I'm just being honest. That's why they there. They don't care. They do not care about that food. I'm trying to get the recipe, but I don't know if they're trying to get the recipe. I'm just being honest. That's another thing about this live. Like, see, because I say what I really like. That's just the truth. It's just the truth, Ari. I can't help it. That's what they there for. I ain't shame. How many steps? I don't know. So right now, I heard my watch go off a little bit ago. So I know I've done 10,000 for the day. Typically, by the time I go in the house from this walk, I'm usually at like 12K, at least. Sometimes 14K, depending on the day. So today, because I kind of started off with a lot of steps, because I did this 4x4 Norwegian like HIIT training this morning. So all that jumping around gave me increased my steps this morning. And then while I'm at work, I take one break while I'm at work, I take a 15-minute break and I walk outside during that break. And then I walk on the walking path for about 30, 40 minutes while I'm at work. And then I come out and work after work. So by the end of the walk, it's about 12K. I at least want 10K before I go back in the house. Because, okay, Callie says he tries to do 10 to 15K a day. Yeah. So I try to say I'm trying to do 12, but most of the time it's more than that, but sometimes it's 10. So basically, I guess I'm doing the same. You're right. I'm doing exactly the same. But yeah, I try to really anchor myself. I don't know, something about the 12K is really working for me because it keeps me when I get lazy and I be like, I'll still go ahead and do the 10. 10 becomes you can at least do the 10 since you're not going to do the 12. Ari said, you inspired me to start on my stepper and not just sit down watching. Oh, yes. Yes. It don't say that to me because you'll have me getting on here every day and we can do this together every day. Don't tell me that. Okay? Because you're giving me a reason. If you give me a reason to show up, I'll be here. I'll be like, me and Ari got to get our steps in. So I got to get on here. Yes, Callie, movement is medicine. Yes. It's crazy. The other day I was feeling my back was hurting. I think I might have had a headache. I think it was more so my back was hurting. And I was like, I do not want to go to this dance class. But I just went on ahead and went. Once I got there, one, I forgot about my back. And then two, when I left there, I felt amazing. My back, it was over. Whatever it loosened up, it was perfect. No Tylenol needed. I wasn't going to take Tylenol anyway. But because that's just me. That's a silly thing about me is that I don't prefer to take pain medicine. I'll go ahead and just say my head hurt, my stomach hurt, my back hurt. I'll just say that 100 times. Right, Ari? Threatening me. You threatening me with a good time. Yes. With what I'm gonna do anyway, but I'm not gonna get on. I don't know if I keep saying I'm not gonna get on live every day, but who knows what I'm gonna do. I'm not going to limit uh what I'm gonna do. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes, right? But if you tell me that that's what we're doing, then that's what we're doing. And I'll meet you here. Every time I get right here, the wind just starts like really going for it. And ooh-wee. What is going on? Maybe it's because it's by like a little creek or something. I don't know. But it just feels different right there. Ari, when you get on your stepper, do you wear like a fitness watch, any kind of watch or anything? And does it count your steps accurately, do you feel like? Or do you move it somewhere when you're on it? If you use some kind of tracker? No, I don't count, but I'm staring at the window to see how pretty it is outside. I think that's awesome. So eventually, I don't want to be a counter either. Don't, like I said before, I do these same habits every day. So it's like if I do the same thing every day, then it's going to be the same step count. Why do I have to watch it? And that's just a part of me, like not wanting to be robotic. It's part of me wants to. So that's why I'll be so glad when it dies, so I can like move on. Let me see. Callie said, "You strong. I'm gonna start adding weights to my workouts. I'm a year ahead of my journey." Okay. You already. So are you? Do you? Yeah, I was about to ask a dumb question, but now I see it because I've been saying Callie this, Callie that. I was just about to say, so do you do more like calisthenics? The answer's yeah. So we have that answered. We got that figured out. Yeah, but yeah, hey, tell me about your journey, a year and a half. So tell me about what's going on in your journey, what your journey has looked like. Patrice Denise, hi, my girl, how you doing? I was like, I'm talking about Callie. Come on, read the rest, and you'll get your answers. I really want to. That's why I'm trying to do the high intensity stuff that's more body weight stuff, because honestly, yes, I do like to lift heavy and all of that, but more mobility and functional movement cannot be replaced. And I don't want to, I want to have functional strength as well. Because what really is the point? If you can't move, what is the point? One of my goals is to be able to do a pull-up. I know a lot of that is like, as I go down on the scale, it'll make the pull-up easier. But I know that I'm not, for some reason, I know my pull is not, my mind muscle connection is not where it needs to be. I need to look at some more videos of like where I'm supposed to be, like that movement is supposed to be coming from. Patrice, if you're still here, how are you doing? How's your day going? Okay. Okay, so Callie said, I woke up, let me say the full name. Calisthenics Life NYC said, I woke up and tired of seeing that skinny, unfit, lazy person. I stopped selling and got a job, cut off all the negative people and cut my dreads and changed my whole life. Okay. Rebranded. Rebranded yourself. At any time, flip the script anytime. Ooh, finally. Okay. Patrice Denise said she's going for I'm something else, ain't I? It's you do it good for you. Good for you. Patrice is going for her massage. She got massage for Christmas. I think like are they did you say you was gonna be going monthly? So you made it. I didn't speak to anyone for 3 months, locked in my mental journey. That's awesome. Okay, so that takes me right back full circle to what I was talking about when I first got on here. So if you say the move in silence and you mean it like that, like I'm locked in. I'm working on my own mental health. So I'm moving in silence because I'm locked into what I'm doing. I totally get that and that makes sense. Now, what I don't get is when people are saying move in silence because of what somebody else gonna say. You mean to tell me what they say is gonna change something about you? About what you about to do? Oh no. We definitely gotta lock in at that point, work on that mentality because absolutely not. What another person think about what you're doing should not be changing your plans or what you think about your plan or plans. Absolutely not. Because they don't know nothing. And again, I think Patrice was saying this the other day. What other people say and do has to do with them. And I was saying about them and their limitations. It doesn't really mean that much about you. That people are always talking to themselves. Even me right now. People are always talking to themselves. They're not necessarily really even talking to you. Oh, why are you doing that? Oh, you shouldn't do that. You blah blah blah. Because they can't do it. Who cares what they think? Who cares? Anyway, let me see. Callie said, yeah, I see the old friends doing the same thing. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, on a different scale, of course. I see people and they're doing the same thing. They really haven't. Just because people get older doesn't mean they actually mentally grow. It really is a blessing to grow older and to mentally and spiritually grow and actually grow. You don't have to grow. Some people are just getting older, and that's sad. But also, I understand it because not everybody has the space to do it. Like there is a thing of having the space to lock in and all that, and some people don't have it. Callie said I used to spend so much time away from my family, taking risks for nothing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then so I'm glad that your life has changed for the better, and you get to be there for your family. You get to know what's really important, that you got to wake up from your sleep, from your slumber. Sometimes people don't get the opportunity to wake up and realize, yeah, I want to do something different. I want my life to have a different meaning. Not everybody gets that. Not everybody even gets the wake up call, I guess I'll say. The wake up call, whether it's a tap or a shake, some people don't get that. Ari Whipple said yes, Asian but not growing. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's it's actually the majority that aren't, because it takes work to grow. It's easy to wake up every day and you're getting gray hair. That's easy. That's gonna happen. That just happens. But let me get out this road. What was I gonna say? But to actually examine yourself and see things about yourself that you can do better, to be honest with yourself and say, there are areas where I could be better. There are ways and things that I do that might not be right, might not be the best. I could do better at this. I could do life better. That takes work and effort, and it ain't even just you say it and then you gotta do it. That'd be the crazy part. You don't get to just say, yeah, I want to be better. You gotta do the things you gotta do, and not everybody wants to do those things. Yeah, that wake up call. Yeah, sometimes it's a gentle nudge, and sometimes it's not. But thankful for the wake up call. Thankful for waking up with the mindset to be different, because not everybody wakes up with that mindset to want to do different, be better, to want to grow. Not everybody, most people don't wake up with that mindset to want to grow. And even if they want to grow, even if they do wake up with the mindset to want to grow, to have the energy, capacity to do it is a totally different thing. It's a totally different ball game. Because I would say a lot of people want to grow. you know, a lot of people don't even think about it and think they're perfect. But there are some people that want to grow. But then there's also, then after that you want to, what you gonna do about it? And that's the thing. Okay. Ari Whipple said, none of my clothes fit because I'm on that part of my weight loss journey. Like I'm halfway. It's horrible. I understand that. So my clothes aren't fitting. Some of them aren't fitting the way I would like them to anymore. But I do definitely understand that, like, cause I'm not buying any more like workout clothes or anything. And it's not like a punishment thing. It's just like an understanding that I'm not gonna be here for long. So why are we wasting money on the in between? So I definitely get that. Like, it makes sense. So that also just gives your mind that mental note that I'm not staying here, I'm not going back, but I'm not staying. This is not my final form, so no need of setting up camp when I'm not really gonna be here, that long. Patrice, we got it. So tomorrow, let me not make no plans for tomorrow, but I was gonna say I was gonna call you tomorrow during my walk, but let me not make no plans. And we'll see how it goes. So this walk has been 43 minutes. So Ari, tell me about your journey. Like, what does your day look like, as far as what are like 3 things, I guess, that you do to take care of yourself on your weight loss journey? And when I say that can be, it can be about the, like, I go for walks, your meal plan. So it can be about the technical things that you do. It can also be ways that you, if you reward yourself. I have a hard time with thinking about rewarding myself. I don't know, because I think because my mind has always gone to the reward is typically food, and that's crazy to me at this point. So I'll be buying stuff that I was already going to buy, and I say, oh, this is my reward, but I really have a hard time with that. Okay, so this is your in the car time. Patrice, the Patrice Denise, my girl, the Patrice Denise. Oh my goodness. You see me trying this live stuff? Okay, Ari Ripple said, I have a personal trainer. Yeah, don't write me back no more, Patrice, if you driving. Anyway, Ari Ripple said, I have a personal trainer, so I do weightlifting 5 days a week, and I meditate twice a day for 20 minutes, and I hang out with my cat. Perfect. He's my emotional support. Okay, so awesome with the personal trainer. I'm thinking about getting with somebody maybe in the summer because honestly, it's only so far you can push yourself. Like, even though I did have a personal, I've read the book, okay, I took the certification test, the proctored exam. I always say, make sure your personal trainer took the proctored exam. But I've done all that, but it's something about having somebody there telling you, nope, you can do one more, you can do three more. It's something about having somebody to push you that it's irreplaceable. So I'm thinking about doing that. I love that meditating twice a day for 20 minutes. I know you're in a beautiful spot. I know that you're in a beautiful spot mentally with that. And then hanging around your cat. So when this video comes out, if you watch it and you watch it like at the end a little bit or in there, me and my cat are having a little back and forth because she keeps sitting in my chair. But trust me, she was not harmed. She don't care about what I say. And I said that in the video. She doesn't care. She just looked at me crazy and continued to sit in my chair. So don't worry about her. She's fine. She's probably in the chair right now. She doesn't care. But I know that the cat lovers will probably be like, why is she talking to this cat like that? That cat doesn't care nothing about how I talk. Okay, I use personal trainer on the app that keeps me accountable every day. That's awesome. Yeah. I think just some eyes on you, having eyes on you, whether it's there in person or even, on the app, like somebody, I'm responsible to something or, because it don't even have to be someone. Being responsible to something builds that accountability. So maybe am I saying that about us walking outside together? And the only problem is I don't feel like I'm looking up enough. That's the thing. I gotta be looking both ways. Okay, Callie said that's why the lives are good to hold you accountable. So what? You know what? It's true. Now I got this built in that I'm gonna be out here, but this also helps me with my goals, like on a couple different levels. Let's talk about that. So it helps me on my goal of course, for some odd reason, I want to be monetized because honestly, who knows what that even means to be monetized because financially doesn't really change anything. Who knows? But it's a goal that I have, so it's a goal I'm working towards. So I need watch hours. So this kind of kills two birds with one stone because I'm already out here. So I'm working towards that. It's me talking out loud. I'm talking about the things hopefully that I'll be talking about are, motivation and reminders to other people and also myself to keep me mentally on track with things. What I love about YouTube and recording myself and all that kind of stuff is that I get to hear myself speaking life into myself and into others over and over. And I know that has really changed me. So me talking out loud to you all while I'm walking is just solidifying that new person. So I think, it really helps me on a different level. And I think I'm also finding it hard to go in the house before I've been out here an hour. So that's also helping me a little bit. And I want to stay on here an hour, but then I also want to have a little bit of silent walking. So that's leading to a longer walk because I still got to get my, quiet time to feel like I had a walk. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Because I wonder, let me see how many steps I have for the day now. I gotta take my glove off and everything. Hold on. Let's try to look. I'm at, okay, 14,316. So it's gonna be a good day. The step count is gonna be where it needs to be. Because, the goal was 12. And we got there. But, again, what I also love about this new mindset is just because I've reached a step count, that don't mean, okay, boom, let's go in the house. Like, no, finish your walk. It's just an anchor. It's not like something that holds me down. I'm not, well, an anchor does hold you down, but it's not something like I gotta only do 12K. I just go towards 12K. Thank you, Ari. About all this weekend, I think Saturday and Sunday, I ended up with 10K both of those days. So I guess this is just rounding me out so that I'll get that average of 12K over the week. Tomorrow, I need to think about that, but again, that's another thing I gotta figure out. Stop thinking like that. Thank you, Callie. So so my mind just told me, sometimes your mind will say something and you gotta decide if you're gonna listen to it or not. But it said, well, tomorrow you gotta do heavy squats. So maybe you should stop with the walk. Like maybe you should go home. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe we're gonna go home where we'll have dinner later, or we'll go to bed and we'll wake up rested and we'll have a good lifting session. We'll have like, what time is it? Over 12 hours between now and then to rest. Like, stop it. It's like when I was doing 75 hard and my mind told me that drinking a gallon of water a day was not going to work for me. Like, I was like, oh my God, I think I drink too much water. I'm looking up what are the signs of somebody like drowning themselves, drinking too much water, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking up all this stuff. Over 6 months later, I'm still drinking a gallon of water a day. I'm in a smaller body and I'm still drinking a gallon of water a day. And it's totally fine. But if I would have let my mind tell me whatever story it had concocted, it'll tell you anything. So you really have to evaluate, like, you have to, once it say something, then you have to say, is this true? Is this what I believe? Like, because it has the tendency to be on the fritz sometimes, and so if you just listen to the worry and the panic, I'll say thank you, mind, for trying to take care of me in that way. I appreciate it. But we're going to be sitting down for the rest of the day probably. We're going to get up to make dinner. But other than that, I'm about to grab a cup of tea and sit down. So, okay, today I'm going to be washing my hair, but that's not going to be a long stand up, okay? And then I'm going to sit down and twist my hair. So it's not, let me get out the way, Lord Jesus. Okay, so it's not a big deal. But everything becomes an emergency, and I think that was one of the gifts of that 75 part journey, was that I got to see that what I was thinking was an emergency really wasn't. All the times I was like, oh, am I walking too much? Am I doing so too much? My knee is hurting. Now my knee is used to it. Now, did I do extra? Not, no. I rested my knee, I rested my body, and got back to it. Like, Mom, my mom didn't tell me anything. Yes, Kelly, did you see? Oh, you laughing because I almost got, their car made a sound, scare me half to death. I got to pay attention. Yeah, okay. All right, you're here from the 75 part. All right. Have a good day, Kelly. Yes, that 75 part journey really changed my life. And while I probably will not do it again, it really changed. It gave me the opportunity to practice skills that I needed time to practice. But yeah, because look at me. I'm out here. I was out here in the heat and I'm out here in the snow. It's in me now to do that. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, so were you doing 75 hard? I know when I go in here and try to get my coffee, my tea and sit in my chair, I know that cat's going to be right in my chair. I don't know. I got a new chair for Christmas and somehow we got a new chair. Let me see. Yeah, I did it last summer. And I think it was good. Yes, I remember that. I remember now. I'm planning to do it in the spring. I think after I move. I liked it because it gave me something to do. Yes, and I think it's all like, I think every person kind of knows what they need at whatever given season of life. And so that's good. That's awesome that it gives you something to, I want to find a better word than anchor. Gives you something to, I guess shoot for, or me and the semantics. But it gives you something to just, I don't know, it just keeps you on track. It keeps you on track, I'll say that. But yeah. All right, Patrice, have a good day. I'm about to get off anyway. I've got 57 minutes on here. I'm just trying to get to the hour. I don't know why, but it's just around situation, so that's what I'm trying to do. Yes. Is there anything that you did last summer that you'll do differently um, this spring? Like, is there any difference that you'll do in your meal plan? Is there any difference that you'll do in when you read or what workouts you do? Is there anything that you'll like switch up in that area? Thank you. This is a good walk. Thank you, Ari, for being here with me through this walk. I appreciate everybody who came through and said hello. But also, thank you, Ari, for being here with me. Girl, we got it done. I did the bare minimum last time. I lost 35 pounds. Okay, so what, you going to just do it the bare minimum again since it worked? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Is that what I'm hearing? Shoot, because I understand that. Because if it works, it works. Sure. And I think that's also leads to success, because sometimes I think with the word 75 hard, people like to try to, kick it into whatever high gear seems like or is, and then it makes it less likely to be able to be completed if you would have just kind of paced yourself and learned that. That's one of the lessons that I learned from 75 Hard, It's just like pacing myself. Good. You didn't burn out and felt good at the end. That's awesome. That's what it's all about. So that also just mentally lets you know that's why you want to do it again. Because it worked out so well. The only reason I don't want to do it again is because I don't want to commit to reading a physical book every day. Ain't that crazy? Because that really worked. That really was helpful for me. I mean, I really learned a lot doing it, but I don't want to. Not for 75 days. I listen to Audible, but me sitting down doing that and taking a picture every day, I mean, it's the least of my worries, but some stuff, when it don't feel like, what is the point here? So I don't want to do it. Those are the two things. Because everything else, I honestly still kind of do. I still do what would technically be the two work. I work out in the morning, and then I walk outside in the evening. So I already do it. The water, I drink a gallon of water a day. So yeah, those things just didn't change. I like reading. I just read a 600 page book. Awesome. Yeah. So I'm a slow reader. Like I will read the same thing over a couple of times. And it's crazy because when I was in college, I took a speed reading class. But I don't read in the way that, unless I'm like reading something, like now when I'm at work, and I'm just like reading something to read it, like to get it over with, get the information, then I will read it in that kind of a gather everything, basically all the things, and kind of read it quicker. But when I'm reading for like something that I really want to bring in and remember, I just don't read it that. I read the same thing over and over, just trying to grasp the concept. So, yeah, I don't want to. But maybe, no, I don't want to commit to nothing. I'm doing good right now. I was going to say maybe I'll read a couple of times a week or whatever. I'm good. You read more than you think you do because we read a lot on our phones. That's true. That's true. No, that's true. But it's just the technicality of that 75 part is like, I gotta read a physical book. So then I feel like I have to sit down and read it. And I like to like listen to Audible while I'm walking and stuff like that. So, yeah. So I should ask these kids if they lost their Pokemon cards the other day. But I don't know where they are, so it's no need of me asking them. All right. Well, I'm about to get off of here. I done went over. Thank you so much for being here. And I will talk to you again soon. Take care.